Most of life is people entering rooms and speaking. You think of offices, you think of churches, temples, mosques, religions. You think of the movies. It's people speaking. And so many people around me, people around you, they do not know how to speak or communicate properly. And a very important thing that comes into play is a person's voice. The fullness in their voice, the resonance, the calmness, how people feel when they speak to you, when you speak to them. Do they feel anxious? Do they want to listen to you? For a long time, my voice used to be from my throat, which sounded somewhat like it used to come a lot from my throat, which is not pleasing or comforting to speak to. A fuller, more sexy, and calmer voice is from your belly. Take a deep breath, and when exhaling, that's when you speak. If you're scared to take a deep breath and you say your stomach will look fat, think of a king. He's sitting on his throne with all his people around him. He doesn't give a shit about his stomach looking big because he's the king. He takes a deep, full breath, a king sized breath. And when he speaks with such presence, charisma, conviction. That is how we are supposed to speak. That is how you would like to speak. That's how I like to speak. And in the beginning, when you start to do this, when you start to take deep breaths and speak from your stomach with practice, it will seem a little unnatural at first. You may think that you're faking it, but this is your actual voice. The usual good boy or good girl voice that you have, like this when you speak in school or college or to your parents in general, that is just a thing that you've been used to. You've become used to that because you're not used to anything else. And you're scared to take a deep breath. You speak shallowly. You don't even take breaths when you speak. You take a deep breath when you speak, every single time you speak, and be comfortable with that. Become comfortable with silences as well. Because the only thing awkward about awkward silences is when you think it is awkward. I don't know what's so wrong about silences. People usually think, especially after the COVID lockdown and the movies and stuff, they have started to make awkward silences look funny with the cricket sound in the background. Look at my arms, man. Crazy. With the sound in the background. Anyway, one more thing that I've noticed that helps me with a deeper voice is when my back is kind of rested, when I'm sitting like this, even when I'm sitting like this. But a more deep and resonance voice is when I'm rested. And my stomach, my belly is free to move. My core is not engaged, it's relaxed. Even when I'm standing, I've started to learn to let my belly out, to breathe fully. And that's when I've gotten quite a few compliments of the way I speak. It's because you speak deeply, you speak calmly. You notice that there is no anxiousness in this voice. When you speak, people should feel calm. Because if you speak like this and you don't keep silences and you speak so fast, that's when people notice that there's anxiousness and you're trying to fill the silence. You don't know what to say and you're trying to keep up to them and seem that try to just kill the silences. But when you speak like this, people automatically turn their heads to listen to you. Guys want to start sounding like you, and girls find your voice extremely attractive. Because what's the most attractive thing? No, let me word it properly. The most erotic body part in a woman is not what you think it is. It's her brain, her imagination. And when you can reach that with your voice, you won the game. Even in general, you obviously love speaking to someone with a deep voice when you speak to someone, or even when you watch movies. You want a calm voice, a full voice. And I believe a lot of people, their voice actually sounds a lot better than what they think it does because they're not used to speaking in this deep voice. So the only advice I can give younger me, those many years ago, I'll put a few clips now and then of how I used to sound.
I know I said I won't be sending streaks, and this is not a streak. This is an occasion.
It was so different. It was nasal, it was shallow breathing. And even then, surprisingly, I used to get compliments that I have a good voice. I remember walking with this one girl in 2000. How long ago was that? But she told me that, your voice is so calming. You should do audiobooks. You should. It's like a radio voice. Anyway, I ended up dating that girl a few years later. So it's lovely to get these compliments and stuff. Because we're social beings. We do like being appreciated for the good stuff we think about ourselves and that we don't think. Because if I tell you that you look beautiful today, you look smashing, you look gorgeous, you'd obviously like it, wouldn't you? Imagine a girl telling you that your voice is so sexy. Imagine random people telling you and turning to look when you speak that, wow, you have a lovely voice. How amazing that is. It's amazing to receive these compliments as well. So it's a win-win situation. You perform better in your office if you're working in your college. You speak properly. You win elocutions and drama, and you basically get chosen, and then you can use your voice for anything that you want. Cheers.